Hello students. So for your 10th, apart from solving the problems which have been given in the textbook, we also will solve the additional problems given in the NCERT Exemplar. Now, starting with the first chapter, which is real numbers, in the Exemplar edition there are 4 exercises, 1.1 to 1.4. Now if you go through all the additional problems given in the Exemplar, then you will definitely be able to do very well in your examination because they contain an exhaustive list of questions. So we'll begin with the first question. So the first exercise 1.1 includes a set of multiple choice MCQs. So let's begin with the first one. For every integer m, every even integer is of the form. So there are 4 options which you can see on the screen. Now you have a number, an integer m. If the integer m is odd, then if I multiply 2 with m, it becomes even. And if m is even, 2 into m will also be even. So if I have an integer m, then every even integer will be of the form 2m. So therefore the right option is C. Second one, for every integer q, every odd integer is of the form. Now when will the integer be odd? Now if q is even, then if I add q plus 1, I would get an odd number. But if q is odd, a q plus 1 will be even. So now I have the number q. So let me consider 2q. Now 2q is always even, as we have already seen in the previous problem. Here also I consider 2q, which is even. An even number plus 1 will always be odd. So therefore the general form will be 2q plus 1. So the right option is D. The third one, n square minus 1 is divisible by 8 if n is. So we have to check if n is even or if n can be odd. Now if n is even, then n would be of the form 2x, because we have seen that it is of the form 2x. So if x is any number, then 2x will always be even. So therefore n is even. So now let us substitute n equal to 2x. So I get 2x the whole square minus 1. So which gives us 4x square minus 1. Let us consider a few cases. If x is 0. Now if x is 0, I get minus 1, which is definitely not divisible by 8. Next, if x is say 1, so here again I get 4 minus 1, which is 3, which is again not divisible by 8. And if x is minus 1, again I get 3, because 4 into minus 1 square gives me 4 into 1. So again it is not divisible by 8. So therefore n is definitely not an even number. Now if n is odd, then it will be of the form 2x plus 1, as we have seen in the previous problem. So let us consider 2x plus 1 the whole square minus 1. In that case I get, let me expand this, 4x square plus 4x plus 1 minus 1. So 1 and 1 get cancelled, plus 1 and minus 1. So we end up getting 4x square plus 4x. So here what happens? If x is 0, I get 0, which is again divisible, which is definitely divisible by 8, because I have 4x square plus 4x. Now if x is 1, I get 4 plus 4, which is 8, which is divisible by 8. If x is minus 1, I get 4 into minus 1 square, which is 4 into 1, minus 4, which again gives me 0, which is divisible by 8. So therefore n is an odd integer. So n is odd, and the right option is option C. Question 4. If the HCF of 65 and 117 can be expressed in the form 65m minus 117. So we need to find the value of m. Okay, so now let me try to express 117 in terms of 65. So we know that 117 equals 1 into 65 plus. So 117 minus 65 will give me 52. Replace this number by 65 and this number by 52. So I get 65 equals 1 into 52 plus 13. Again, I can express 52 as 4 into 13 plus 0. Alright, so therefore this is the method to find the HCF. So therefore the HCF of the two numbers 65, 117 is 13. Now we have 65m minus 117. Now it's been given that 65m minus 117 is nothing but the HCF, which is equal to 13. Now let me take this number to the other side. We get 65m equals 130. 117 plus 13 is 130. So m would be 130 by 65. So m is equal to 2. So the right option is option B. So we realize that the problems are quite challenging and very interesting here. And that is the reason why you have to go through all the extra problems given in NCERT Exemplar, so that you will definitely be able to do very well in your examination. Now problem 5. The largest number which divides 70 and 125, leaving remainders 5 and 8 respectively is, so I have 70 and then the remainder is 5. So the number is 70 minus 5 is 65 here. Now similarly the other number is 125, and when I divide 125 by the largest number, you get a remainder 8. So 125 minus 8 gives me 117. So which is the largest number which divides both 65 and 117? That means I need to find HCF of 65 and 117. So we have just done that. It is equal to 13. So therefore the right option is A. Problem 6. If two positive integers are written as a equals x cube y square and b equals x y cube, where x and y are prime, they are prime numbers, then the HCF of a and b is. So since we are talking about prime factorization, so you have x and y which are prime, so a is represented in terms of the prime numbers and the number b is also represented as a product of prime. So what is the HCF? The HCF is nothing but the common term which is present in both the numbers a and b. So what is common here? If I observe a and b, x is common between both a and b, so I write x, and here for a y square is present and for b y cube is present. So what is common is y square. So therefore the HCF is x y square, which corresponds to the option B. Problem 7. We have two positive integers p and q, where p equals ab square and q is equal to a cube b. Again a and b are prime, so we need to find the LCM of p and q. So how do we find the LCM? To find the LCM, we have to find the highest powers of each factor. So therefore the LCM of p and q is find the highest power. So here for p you have a and for q you have a cube. So the highest power is a cube. And similarly for b, so for p we have b square and for q we have b. So the highest power is b square. So the LCM of p comma q is a cube b square. So the right option is option C. 8th one. The product of a non-zero rational and an irrational number is, so you have a rational number, a non-zero, into an irrational number. So a rational number into an irrational number, a non-zero rational number is always irrational. So the option is A. So it is always irrational. Question 9. The least number that is divisible by all the numbers from 1 to 10 inclusive is, so now we need to find the prime factors of all the numbers from 1 to 10. So I need to find the least number that is divisible by all the numbers 1 to 10. That means I need to find the smallest number x such that x is divisible by 1, x is divisible by 2, and so on up to x divisible by 10. Let me consider the prime factors. For 1 it is 1, for 2 it is 2, for 3 it is 3. 4 can be represented as 2 squares in terms of prime numbers, 5 as 5 power 1, 6 as 2 power 1 into 3 power 1, 7 as 7 power 1, 8 as 2 cube in terms of the prime number, 9 as 3 square, and 10 as 2 power 1 into 5 power 1. Now we need to take the LCM of all the numbers from 1 to 10. So I need to find the highest powers of 1, 2, 3, 5 and 7, the prime numbers. So I have 1 power 1 into, now identify the maximum power of 2 is 2 power 3. So I have 2 power 3. The maximum power of 3 is 3 square. So I write 3 square. The maximum power of 5 is 5 power 1. And the maximum power of 7 is 7 power 1. So we get 1 square into 2 cube into 3 square into 5 power 1 into 7 power 1. And that would give me a value equal to 2520. So the LCM of all the numbers from 1 to 10 is 2520. So the option is D. So therefore, the least number, the smallest number which is divisible by all the numbers from 1 to 10 is 2520. That means 2520 is divisible by 1, divisible by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Problem 10. The decimal expansion of the rational number 1, 4, 5, 8, 7 divided by 1250 will terminate after how many decimal places? Now let me express this as a product of prime numbers. So I have 1250. If I divide it by 5, I get 250. Again by 5, I get 50. By 5, I get 10. And then again by 5, I get 2. So we have 14587 divided by, so 1250 can be written as 5 power 4 into 2 power 1. I observe that if 1250 is multiplied by 8 or 2 cube, I end up getting 10,000 or 10 power 4. So therefore, I will multiply and divide both the numbers by 2 cube. So 14587 into 2 cube will be 116696, and this would be 5 power 4 into 2 power 4, that would give me 10 power 4. So thereby, if I divide this huge number by 10 power 4, I definitely will have 4 decimal places. So it's going to be 11.6696. So the right option is option D. So therefore, the decimal expansion of the rational number will terminate after 4 decimal places. So after 4 decimal places, it is going to terminate. So these were all the questions given in exercise 1.1 from NCERT Exemplar, the first chapter, real numbers. So you've observed that all the problems are very interesting and challenging. So do not forget to go through all these problems, and I'll be back with the next exercise 1.2 very shortly. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe, and to view all the other videos of class 10th exercises, go through the playlist class 10 mathematics, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe and press the bell icon to get notifications of all the further uploads, and thanks for watching.